Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 3 replays for you in the tier 7 German tank destroyer, premium tank destroyer I should say, the Javelin. So as always, before I get into the video, we'll just go through the equipment and perks I run on this tank. So I've got optics, camo net and gun rammer on this setup, and for the perks I've got ball leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, camouflage expertise, muffled shot, green thumb, situational awareness and silent driving. So the Javelin, it is basically a premium skin version of the Steyr or Steyr, I don't know how you pronounce that, the Steyr Krupp Waffenträger. So yeah, essentially there really isn't any difference between this and that tank. They're both exactly the same, just a different skin for this one, and it actually has less traverse speed and power to weight ratio, believe it or not, which seems bizarre, seems everything else is completely the same. So the only subtle differences between that and the Waffenträger. So yeah, that's it. The great things about this tank is predominantly this gun. It's a really good gun. I think of it as like a Borsig but with DPM. It's probably the best way to describe this tank, I think, in a nutshell. But yeah, you've got a 8.8 centimeter pack gun, which packs 280 hit points of damage per shot. You've got 203 millimeters penetration on your standard rounds with 237 on your premium APCR rounds. That actually produces about 2,400 hit points of damage per minute, with a 7-second reload time, 1.9 second aim time, 0.33 accuracy and 1.03 accuracy on turret rotation. You've got 8 degrees of gun depression. Very good shell velocity, particularly on your premium rounds, about 1250 on your premium. And you've got excellent camo as well. You've got 288 meters of steel concealment as a base value on this tank. 350 when you are moving, but 288 when you're still. So running predominant camo setup on this tank is just, for me, I think is the way to go, because the gun is accurate as it is. You don't need really any accuracy perks on this gun. It's good enough as it is. Just increase the camo as best as possible, so that you can remain as stealthy as possible, and then just let the gun sling. You get into that position and you can just fire away. The bad points of this tank is you have 0 armor. If you get lit up, you will pretty much die, or you'll get punished for it. You will pay the price. It just has no armor at all. 360 meters of view range, which is not it's okay, but not great. You got slow mobility, and it's not too bad, but 35 kilometers an hour, you can move, you can shift, but power to weight isn't the greatest. So when you do get spotted, I mean, it's not as bad as a Borsig, for instance, where that is sluggish as hell. This is not too bad, but still, it's on the slow side. If you get lit, you need to make sure that you've got a good exit plan, basically, is what I'm saying. And then you've got 20% fire chance, so yeah, it does get lit up. One thing I should mention, we said it has 8 degrees of gun depression. Again, playing it similar to a waffle, tier 9 waffle. Hang the gun out the rear and the sides. Reason being is the engine deck's on the front, and you've got 2 little sort of protruding box bits that you can see on the engine deck. What they actually do is they actually raise the gun as you hover the gun over the engine deck. So if you basically apologies for that, if you're aiming at a light tank, what I've just done there, I'm hanging the gun from the side. If I was looking at that frontally and I was trying to, if I was sort of hanging the gun, tracking that light tank, and as soon as you get to those protruding bits, your gun's going to go up, which basically means if you're just about to pull the trigger there, you're going to miss your shot. Your shot's just going to go skywards, and then it will drop back down, and then it'll go up again. It just, yeah, So try to refrain from facing, shooting your target straight on. I think your best practice is to hang the gun over the side or over the rear. The benefits of hanging over the rear is obviously if you do get lit, you've got a quick escape route. You can just go straight forward and get out of dodge there, rather than being facing the enemy front on, backing up. It's going to be a struggle. So yeah, that's the point to take into consideration when we're talking about the bad points of this tank. So moving on to the gameplay then. And the first map, we are on Live Oats. We're platooned up with Mass, who's playing the artillery, who's just got taken out by the enemy artillery, which is unfortunate. We're kind of losing map control here. We have lost map control. We're losing the game a little bit slightly, should I say. And we are trying to pull this back as best as possible. We have got this tank destroyer in front of us, this SU, which we're trying to get shots in. We do manage to put a few shots in, but now we are getting pushed by these tanks on our left hand side. There's only me and 2 friendly tank destroyers left, and yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. We do manage to squeeze a shot in taking out that G-Saw, which is a good kill because it's a dangerous tank to be left alive, but the enemy know where we are now, and it's just us remaining. I was trying to squeeze a shot into this SU, but unfortunately we bounced. Now the E75 is coming in and ends up taking us out. But we tried making a last stand there. We did get some half decent damage out of that game, but unfortunately we just couldn't pick up the win. But we did come third on the leaderboard there. So we put in a good shift. We got 3.5k damage, picked up 4 kills. Just over 1600 damage, picking up high caliber, the first class. That may well have been an ace if we'd won that game. So, yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. And we move into the second replay now, and we are actually bottom tier in this game. We're on Cliff, and I thought I'd put this one in because obviously it's a good opportunity to always show how how sort of this tank can do bottom tier. I mean, like I say, overall, I think this tank is absolutely brilliant. I've actually free marked the stair, the other premium version of this tank. But I took this out, so just wanted to play something a little bit. Well, just wanted to see what this was about. I thought there was a few more changes in this. I thought there was some changes within sort of the view range and the camo. I didn't actually realise they're both pretty much the same in statistics. I was expecting a little bit of difference, just because it's kind of what I expect from wargaming. Similar sort of Tiger 2s, your King Tiger against your Tiger 2. There's a few subtle differences there, and I was expecting the same with this. But yeah, we're going to see how this tank gets on sort of bottom tier, and we've come to sort of the usual tank destroyer position on the one line, which can be a problem on Cliff when the team predominantly stays in this area, because what that basically means is you lose map control very quickly. So what we've done is we sat on the one line. We've actually picked up some assists. We did try to get some shots off, but it didn't quite work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move up to the middle, because this is the key thing with Cliff, is once the one line is pretty much redundant, once you've shot the tanks on the cross, you just need to move and get up to the middle ground, because what you're effectively doing is just boxing yourself in there. You need to establish map control. Mediums and heavies really shouldn't be on the one line unless they're moving into what we call the donut area, which is E3, E4, that area. Predominantly if you're moving up to there, that's fine, because that's a good area to try and get map control on. The other good area is obviously this part here where we're at, sort of moving around the lighthouse. This is the key area of Cliff to try and take control from. So heavies and mediums sitting on the one line, there's no benefit to that at all, unless the team is folding quickly and you need to make the last stand. Then fair enough. But at the start of the game, nah, I think playing the one line with your heavy and your medium is just yeah, not doing the team any favours. TDs, yes, but again, once that line is, once the opportunities are relinquished, then you need to move, and you need to get in a position where you can start being effective for your team. And that's effectively what we tried doing. Now, we did spot up the Emil, who is getting shot now, but we did pick up a little bit of assistance. Trying to look at potentially getting a shot into the side of the Felice there, but he ducks back down. Now we're going to move sort of into the middle and keeping an eye on that Felice, because I'm kind of half wondering if we could get some shots into the side of him. And pick up a little bit of damage, because we've not picked up any damage at all yet. And that's precisely what I'm doing. I'm picking up, well, I thought I picked up a little bit of assist. I'm assuming someone had got tracked and picked up the assist spot for that. And we see this ISM crossing, it gave us this side. Now, because we're quite a low silhouette tank here, I've just sort of backed up and got a shot in the side, and then I'm just sort of pushed into this dip, because I didn't want to get shot from that Felice. I know is still in the donut area, still on sort of F2, F3 or E3. You can see there, who's just taken out our friendly STI. Now I'm gonna try and see if I can get some shots into these tanks that are being lit up here. You can see a tank destroyer that's sitting there, but unfortunately we get lit there. So we're just going to back off, but we do get a shot in, tracking him, and then he gets taken out. See if we can squeeze a shot into this Malshan here that is sort of sitting in the middle. We do get one shot and put them down to a one shot. The game is quite tight at the moment, and we're just sort of being patient, going to poke out, see if we can get a shot into this ISM. We do, putting him onto a one shot, he then fires his gun, and we take that opportunity to poke out and get our first kill of the game. Now I'm just going to back off here, just going to again sort of just try and keep safe from artillery, from the enemy. Don't want to sort of go rushing in and throwing away our hit points. We've not had a bad game, well, I'd say we've not had a bad game, it's average at the moment, but the fact we're bottom tier, we've actually contributed quite well, considering sort of the assistance and the bit of damage that we've got. Now I see this tank destroyer is moving in, and I was going to sort of go and take him out as an IKB, but he gets taken out by our friendly Grom. So I'm just going to sort of focus back onto their base, their spawn area, and try and see if I can potentially get any shots off. I'm keeping an eye on Felice, and then that Felice is still there. But then the Kari at the back there gets spotted. I'm just waiting for him to poke up, give us his lower plate if possible. Then he swings to the side, and that's a perfect opportunity. I know I'm going to penetrate that shot. I'd like to take out the Malshan here if I can. So I'm going to move in and then squeeze that shot in, picking up our third kill of the game. There's only 4 tanks left, so now I need to sort of hurry and try and get in a position where I can get some shots off. We see the artillery there, and we start squeezing in some shots. You can see if we can go for the track shot there. We do. Managing to track him in place, and then we pick up some track assist. Try tracking again. We do shoot his engine, and we put him down. Well, put him down to one shot, but then the GW Tiger takes him out. You get some shots into the Emil too there, but I noticed there's a couple of tanks on the base, and this isn't great because where we are, it's a real sticky situation, and we kind of don't really have anywhere to go. Kind of hoping that our team can help here. The Felice is actually pushing me, so I need to basically get out, and I'm very surprised I didn't die here. that should have been instant death, but I rolled off, landed on top, and yeah, it was the only way really. There was no way I was going to stay and fight that Felice. I would have, I wouldn't have won that engagement. So I opted to roll off and just kind of flounder and lose all my hit points. The Grom then takes out the Felice, and that brings an end to the second replay. So let's see how we got on. So we actually do come top of the board with 2.8k damage, 1.7k assist with 3 kills. I'd say not the most amazing game, but we do pick up the first class in that. Like I say, not amazing damage wise, but I kind of figured it was a good video to show for the fact we're bottom tier. Basically, you can have good effect with it when you are bottom tier. So we're going to move into the third and final replay, and this is actually going to go on to be a very, very good replay. Quite a tense ending, and yeah, so basically I'm platooned up with Mass, who is playing the Javelin, and on the enemy team we actually have Kingpin and Fades, who are both running the Churchill Averies. So yeah, we just kind of have one of those evenings where we're sort of in a party together, platoon up, trying to be on the same team obviously, but equally we're sort of opposing each other. So it's all holds bar basically, or no holds bar should I say, and yeah, we're gonna basically try and outdo each other. So we're on Moravanka, which in all fairness favours us more than it does the Churchill Averies, but with the Churchill Avery having that massive derp gun, we need to be careful not to get shot, because we're going to lose a lot of hit points if we do. So I've decided to come to this corner, or me and Mass have decided to go to this corner and try and see if we can get shots on heavies that are going to poke this corner. The usual play that I kind of make when I'm in a TD is to get here, try and see if we can get any shots off on heavy tanks that are going to poke that corner, or try and move into that middle ground, that middle valley section. You always find a lot of tanks push there aggressively to try and control or get map control, and you can get some shots in when they're trying to make that move. But at the moment it's a bit tricky. Sort of got that house in the way. I can sort of see there's Ash on, or Kingpin should I say, on the top there, showing his turret. We might actually be able to get a shot in, but yeah, he's playing quite coy. I think he knows where we are, so he's not going to expose the turret too much for us to shoot. So so yeah, with me and Mass, it's a very slow start to be fair, but we're just waiting for the right opportunity. I'm waiting to see if the T29 actually pokes, because if he does, if he uses the low plate, we can get some shots in. And I think at this point I've just decided, I'm getting a bit bored here, and nothing's really presenting itself. So I'm going to move to an area where I can get shots onto stuff. And noticing that the field or the forest area on the 8-9 line is a little bit thin. We've got sort of tanks sort of sporadically placed in the middle as well. So I kind of feel like they're probably going to be in trouble. But if we can get in a position where we can shoot stuff that they may potentially spot, or tanks that are moving in to try and take them out, like the Stern Panzer is doing here, then we can potentially get a shot off. Now, unfortunately, we don't really aim that shot properly. We should have just bided our time and led that shot a little bit. Unfortunately, we bounced the side of him. He just stopped. We thought he was going to pull right out into that shot. Basically trying to navigate my shot through destructible cover and stuff like that. We do get a second shot in. We might be able to pick up the kill here. He's just spinning around, and there we go. Squeeze our first kill of the game in there. Now we're going to aim for that Stug. Unfortunately, the shot just doesn't quite go true, and then he just gets into cover just before we're able to get a shot off. Now I'm just keeping an eye. I'm just using this lighthouse in front of me as a bit of shielding. I can see Kingpin there. He's again just sort of playing very coy, but I see his T150. See the T29 as well. This T150 is going to be what I can try and get shots in. We do get lit because the T150 is quite close to us. Just weaving backwards and forwards, so I did want to take that T150 out. So I didn't want him sort of spotting us up. And yeah, so again, just going to try and see if we can get a shot into this T29, which we do. He's obviously facing where Mass is, so whilst he's doing that, this is where I've got the opportunity to put him in a crossfire, and I do want to get shots into that T29 because T29 is a very strong tier 7 tank. So if we can get rid of that guy, then that will sort of do us a favour. We are actually one tank down at this point, actually 2 tanks down now, so yeah, we kind of need to push this game and work it back into our favour. So again, just biding my time, just waiting to see if we can get shots in. Again, just squeeze a shot into that T29. We do get lit there because obviously we've sort of not got any bushes or anything in between us. So again, just going to sort of wait for my spot to drop off, which we do. And now we're going to back up and again try and see if we can get some shots in. See Fade's poking up there. And then we see Kingpin. The chance he shot really did not do us any favours there. We should have just got out, and in fact we got lucky there not to die from that shot that came in. Now we're down to 53 hit points, and yeah, living on a wing and a prayer with with 3 tanks down. So realistically, you can see the enemy team there have got the massive hit point pool advantage here. We really aren't in a good place. But you know, 53 hit points, we're just going to try and work with it best we can. Me and Mass are sort of talking to each other here and trying to sort of figure out the best way to play this. We do spot up that Churchill Oki in the distance, squeeze a shot in, but we do get lit there again. You know, that's the problem if you don't have any sort of bushes or anything in front. I'm getting targeted here, and I'm kind of thinking this could be game over, but we lose the spot quickly, and now I just need to back off. We see that is Kingpin in the distance, squeeze a shot and put him down to a 1-shot. See Fades there, but we can't get a shot into Fades. Now we see the Stug moving over, we get a shot into him, and that Stug gets taken out. And we see it's becoming a little bit of a tight game now. Try and get a shot into Ash with Kingpin. I keep saying his real name, getting a shot into Kingpin, but unfortunately we don't manage to squeeze that shot in. And yeah, we're trying to get rid of Kingpin as quickly as possible because, you know, 1, it sort of eliminates him from the game, and 2, gives us a little bit of revenge for that big shot that he snapped in nicely there earlier on. But I'm making my way into the forest now, and me and Mass have sort of talked and just sort of decided that coming to the forest was probably the best play. We can kind of play off these 2 TDs that are sort of marauding around in AB4. They're tier 5, so it sounds cruel, but kind of using them a little bit as cannon fodder. In a way where we can just sort of play off them. We are the top tier, so if we play off them, we can extract the damage basically, and take these tanks out. So they're playing their role, we're playing ours, and we brought the game back to 4-all now. So we spot this Achilles up, so the Achilles going to try and see if we can take that Achilles out. Unfortunately he's playing a bit clever here, and ducking down, but we can see a sliver of his tank. We do try getting a shot off there, but unfortunately we can't quite get that shot in. Unfortunately again we screwed that shot up, and someone does get a shot in, and there we go, we pick up the kill shot. 5th, 6th time of asking. Unfortunately, one of our friendly TDs does go down to Fades there, and now I'm going to try and swing into a position where I could pick up some shots, but unfortunately Kingpin and Fades disappear off the radar there. So I'm moving in because I'd like to try and see if I can possibly catch them out. Meanwhile, Mass is going to try and hunt for or look for the light tank, who we haven't seen for quite a while, so we suspect could be AFK. But Mass is going to try and see if he can spot up that side, see if he potentially catch the light tank out off guard. Does manage to spot up the light tank, and our sort of suspicions are confirmed that the light tank is actually AFK, so Mass is obviously going to take out that light tank, because even AFK for whatever reason he could he might have lost network or something, could end up coming back into the game, and we don't want that because that gives Fades and Kingpin a massive advantage over us, and we don't want that. So we've taken out the so Mass has taken out the light tank, and now it's a game of cloak and dagger. It's 3v2. We've got our friendly tank destroyer alive. You can see sort of myself and Mass are communicating obviously via the comms reel, because we do actually have Fades and Kingpin in the party, so we're not speaking to each other. We're trying to play this as coy as possible. It's like submarines basically, playing battle underwater. We can't communicate sort of through the party because we don't want Fades and Kingpin knowing where we are or what we're doing. So good old comms wheel is where we're going to communicate, and that's what we're going to do. And I've decided that I'm going to make the play down the A line here, because I have this funny feeling that Kingpin and Fades are going to be turtled up. My first initial thought was it's going to be A1 that they'd be turtled up in, which would be the right play. Turtling up is I think the right way to do it. We're always going to outspot them, so they by turtling up in a sort of a little bit of a nook or a cranny, they can sort of cover both sides and potentially, say, get a shot on us. I mean, I'm 53 hit points. It just has to breathe on me and I'm dead. So, but we're being as careful as possible. We've got this T67 as well, which is being useful. Looks like it's trying to play the light tank role, which is good. I'm just gingerly backing up here. Reason being, if I get spotted, I can just move straight into this dip. And like I say, as soon as I'm lit, I want to just get out of there. So I'm backing up, and just trying to see if we're if we potentially catch them out. No sign of them yet. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock, and I've sort of looking at the hit point pool. We need to do something, because if this game finishes, then Kingpin and Fades will win this game based on hit points alone. They've got the advantage in that, so we do need to do something now. I've just decided to turn around here because the sort of terrain starts sloping up, so we are in a bit of a culvert where we can sort of stay hidden. I wanted to sort of just push the game a little bit quicker, rather than let it run away. And there we go. Exactly what I'd sort of thought. They were going to be turtled up somewhere, and they are indeed in A3 right in front of us. T67's actually getting some shots in from the left hand side. Mass is moving up to join him so we can get some shots in. Now at this point I'm unlit, so this is good. I can just back up here, and I can potentially poke a shot in. This is the thing, I've got these guys into a crossfire now. And you can see we poke up, we're not lit until we're shot, so Fades has no choice but to basically look either way, Mass or myself. We've got Fades and Kingpin in a real good crossfire here. Now I've darted off because I half wanted Fades to push into us and try and take us out to eliminate that crossfire, but he's decided not to. He's not gonna. Well, he wasn't even take the bait. It was just, he wasn't going to sort of make that play. So he's sat where he is, and I kind of feel like Fades and Kingpin are just not in the best of situations right now. Don't even know where Kingpin is. Like, Kingpin just seems to have just disappeared off the face of the planet, even though he's spotted there initially. So not sure where Kingpin is. Don't know if he's making sort of another play round anywhere. But while we've got Fades here, we're just going to keep popping up when we can get the opportunity. And there's Kingpin. Kingpin's right in front of us. Must have been packing some camo perks on that heavy tank. I don't know. But it's now appeared, and hopefully we can potentially get a kill shot. But looking at the clock, we've got 45 seconds, so we've got to make a decision somewhere. I mean, hit point pool, we are winning. But it would be nice to pick up some kills. It would be nice to extract some revenge. We get another shot into Fades there, and these two are actually a two shot to us. Fades takes the shot and takes out Mass. We get our revenge on Kingpin, taking him out. We got 23 seconds here. You can hear the counter, it's counting down. Just gonna lose my spot. And yeah, I was half expecting, I was gonna wait and see if the T67 would make a move. Doesn't look like the T67 is gonna push in, and we got 7 seconds left, so I'm just gonna do it, and there we go. It's an eye for an eye. We both died to each other, squeezing the shot in, and yeah, that was a real fun game that we had there. And yeah, we finished the game. We managed to get the win, and we picked up just over 4,000 damage with 7 kills, with a tiny bit of assistance there. Picking up the ace tanker in the process, and the high caliber medal with the Top Gun, the Devastator. And yeah, the eye for an eye medal as well. And yeah, credit to Kingpin and Fades and Mass as well. We all had extremely good game and an extremely fun game. It was yeah, it was quite a laugh, to be fair. So yeah, but that is the Javelin, guys. That's how good that tank can be. You can see in those situations it works really, really well. It's definitely, in my opinion, I think it's definitely a very good tank destroyer at tier 7. Yeah, and thoroughly enjoyable. But that is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, because it does help the channel. And as always, I'll catch you next time.